Okay guys, today we're going to do something a little bit different. So you have probably already seen our York vlog, but we actually received a request to show the rural areas of York County. So today we are going to be focusing on the rural area of York, which is where I live. But first, coffee. Hey y'all, I'm Jennifer Cornegie, your local real estate expert here in the Charlotte Metro, serving both North and South Carolina. Whether you're buying, selling, or just dreaming right now, this is the perfect place to start. From moving across town to relocating across the country, I've got you covered. Check out the description below and feel free to call, text, email, or schedule your strategy session today because I cannot wait to hear from you. And of course, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay, so when you go back and watch the vlog, if you haven't seen it already, you know that we already highlighted one really cool coffee shop here in York County, specifically York, South Carolina. However, today I want to show you a new coffee shop that has grown to be my absolute favorite. It's York Coffee Roastery. While it's not on the downtown strip, it's one road over, and oh my gosh, their coffee is amazing. You're gonna have obviously different types of coffees here, and they do pastries. They don't do any like eggs or quiches, anything like that, like Southern Touch Bakery does, but the coffee will have you continuing to come back for more. They do have seating indoors, excuse me, but they don't have a drive-through, which is something different that the other coffee shop does offer. But let's go inside and take a peek. The Catawba Caramel Crunch is my absolute favorite. They do have some fall drinks, and then here are some of their bakery items. They've got banana nut muffin, croissants. I've had the orange morning bun. It's like a cinnamon bun with orange flavoring. It's really good. And cookies. Okay, so now that we have our coffee, my son and I are going to, he doesn't want to be in camera, so my son and I are now going to go drive around the rural parts of York. He is going to do the recording, holding the phone while I do the driving, so I won't be getting any tickets here, but yeah, let's go take a peek around the rural areas of York. Okay guys, so right now we are driving through downtown York, and we are coming up to a red light at Liberty Street and Congress. So right now we're on Congress, which is, I believe, also called 321 Business. To our back, we could drive that way to get to like Lake Wiley or Clover. However, we're gonna come up here and turn to the right and cut over to 321 and show you what it looks like driving towards Clover, South Carolina. So we're coming out of downtown now. Bear with us, it is a little bumpy. So some of the stuff we've been passing has been residential, but some of it's also commercial businesses. Up here on the left, we're actually going to pass by the Garden Cafe right after that white truck. So that white sign is the Garden Cafe. It's a really cool place to go grab lunch or dinner, but they do have limited hours, and at nighttime reservations are best. So when we come up here to 321, we're going to go 321 north as though we're heading to Clover and show you what this part of York looks like. And then we will turn around and start back roughly around this point going 321 south. But 321 runs right through the heart of Clover. So you've got car washes. Up here is like some barber shops, a little coin laundry, a Mexican restaurant. And all these roads we're passing to the right, well, I say all, the majority of those roads would cut back over into downtown York. But here on the left, you have a neighborhood called Pheasant Ridge. It's just your normal, like, new construction type, although it is several years old at this point. Same neighborhood. You can see York still has a lot of trees, and because it is still fall right now, the colors are turning and it is looking so pretty. And truly, that's one of my favorite things about living here in the Charlotte metro is that we are so close to the mountains. We could choose to have a day trip and drive up to like Blowing Rock, which is maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours away. It's a cute little town. Get to see all the fall colors and then turn around and come back, and it's super convenient for the family, but not too much. Okay, so we're coming up to a couple of different roads, but I'm going to continue straight. If you were to go right, you would go towards Rock Hill. Left is even further out of the country. Out of the city, heading into the country. But again, we're going to continue like we're heading towards Clover. But this is a nice little hub right here. To the right, this construction right over there, that is actually a new QT that is coming in. We have a gas station to the left. You've got your BP. Food Line, we just passed by. Our church actually was back there to the left. Super convenient. If you guys move to town, you're welcome to come visit Liberty Church. We've got Dollar Tree, and then it gets into a little bit more like industrial, but we'll keep going. How are your arms, Hud? Not good. Well, appreciate the sacrifice. We actually have a small airport over to the right, if you can angle it that way just a little bit. There's a small airport over there that my husband flies out of sometimes, being a private pilot, but you can angle it back straight now, bud. For a lot of people that live in the area, the Farmer Service Center is really great. You can get equipment for your farm. That's where we got our hay ring for our horses. And then up here on the right, you've got Bush and Vine, which they have, your pumpkin patch, like all year long. They rotate out to whatever is in season, but a really cool place. Right now, they've got their signs up for fresh strawberries. Now, up ahead, we've got a little bit of road work. This was just a normal, I hate to say normal for me because I've lived here for years. It was just a regular intersection, but now they're in the process of converting it to a roundabout. So we're going to get off the first exit technically on this roundabout, but if we circled around it and went to the second exit, that would take us out towards Kings Mountain or Gaston County. That's a way to cut through there. But heading straight this way, again, it's how I go to Clover, but I also pass through this way when I do need to go over to Gastonia, North Carolina. It's just a super convenient way, and you avoid having to get on interstates or anything. And honestly, I think we're just going to turn around here at the peach tree. They have pumpkins and stuff set up here as well. But we're going to let Hudson have a little arm break. And I've always wanted to go in here, so I'm going to go take a peek. I've been driving by it for years, so this will be my excuse. All right, so we are actually back at the intersection that we first started on, turning onto 321 North. Now we're on 321 South, heading deeper into York, and they're going to drive all the way through, out towards McConnell's. So again, just a lot of trees. Honestly, I know that the future of York, it will eventually be getting developed and there is a lot of room for growth. We have highlighted some new construction on past videos that's already coming out to York, and there are more neighborhoods we will continue to highlight, but you can see there is a lot of room for the growth. We do have like some smaller residential homes that we're passing by over on the left-hand side. I don't know that you were really able to see it, and that's okay. Got Dollar General up here on the left. On the right is South 321 Grill. It's actually just a small little grill, you know, burgers, your country cooking, really good food. And you could turn left here and head back towards downtown York. But again, we're going to keep going straight. Have this beautiful view of a semi. I'm going to back off a little bit and give them some room. Have a playground over to the left with a school. Up here, you could veer to the left and go back to downtown York. That's 321 Business. But again, we're just going to keep going, and we're going to pass a few schools up here shortly. Okay, so up here on the right, we're going to be passing by Bellamore, which is an MI Homes neighborhood. We did do a video about them in the past. You can see, I don't know if you'll actually be able to see, but you can see the amount of growth that they've already had in just a few short months since we did our video of their grand opening. They already have homes under contract and people will be moving in shortly. Okay, so I do like to tell people when you get to this part of 321 during school hours or when a school's only be on, you definitely got to slow down because cops are out here waiting, as they should be. You have an elementary school over here. Actually, I'm sorry, that's York Intermediate School that was on the left that we just passed. And then now on our left, we are coming up to another one of the schools. I apologize. All my kids are actually homeschooled, so I don't pay attention to the names of these schools, but I do know that they have good ratings. That was York Middle School back there on the left, and so that means that this one here on the left is Jefferson Elementary. All right, but over here to the right, you're going to see a bunch of the rural area, just like farmhouse style homes with cattle, plenty of pastures. A lot of this land on the left has not yet been developed. So once we start getting out to this part of York, you've got homes that are ranging in the $300,000 price point all the way up into the millions, just depending on, you know, finishings, the amount of land and such. Sorry guys, my son's over here making faces. Now here on the right, turn the camera a little bit, hun. You can't see it right now, but this family, it's a few homes actually, they go all out for Christmas time and they're starting to put up their Christmas decorations. It's early November right now, and I cannot wait for when they light it up. It is something that people truly drive from, far away to come see their Christmas display. Here, I can give you a break. Okay. So you could technically turn left at this road here on Cameron, and that would take you more towards the part of York that is going to have your retail stores like Walmart, Lowe's, that type of thing. Because I'm pretty familiar with this area, we're actually going to turn off of 321 for a moment and go onto Cedar, just to kind of give people an idea. Like, here on the left, you do have not necessarily a trailer park, but you do have some trailers set up. But then when you turn here on Cedar, again, these homes are going to be mostly in that $400,000 range and up. There's a home that we're going to come to up here on our right that is currently listed on the market and under contract. And it was advertised at $450,000. So I just want to be able to give that a little highlight so you can kind of expect. You can show it out. There you go, bud. So this home sitting on a little over an acre, has an outbuilding. You can see that they've got an area out there for like a fire, and then plenty of privacy here to their left. So that one again was listed or advertised at $450,000. We won't know until it closes what it actually closed for. And then you've got some homes, or some roads, like right here to the right, there's this gravel road where some like custom construction is being built down a long driveway. So Cedar actually runs into a road called Garvin, which is kind of a reference point for people that live in York. Okay, so we're on Garvin, and this road goes from being paved to a dirt road that cuts all the way over to McConnell's. We're quite familiar with this road. We spend a lot of time on it. You've actually got Richardson Rescue right up here on the left. They do obviously rescue for pets. So we've actually gotten a few of our dogs from Richardson Rescue. But you've got properties starting like here. It's roughly 5 acres with a barn, home. A property like that would be roughly $750,000. They have it set up for pastures with horses. Then you've got this next home. They've got their 5 acres, but they don't have it divided out for different pastures. And there is no barn or secondary structure. So I would have to, actually, I'm sorry. They do have a detached garage. So all of these are probably going to range in that $600,000 to $700,000 range. And then depending on how far we decide to drive down Garvin, you'll see there's one home listed down here in the high $800,000 that has been on the market for about a month or so now. And I mean, just, full disclosure, I feel like this is most of the areas, not just York specific, but when you get into these rural areas, you have these large homes on the left, and then over on the right, you might have like some single wides or double wides. It's just par for the course of living out in the country, a little bit of mixture. Sorry if the roads are bumpy. We do have a joke in South Carolina that our schools are great and we're thankful that a lot of the tax dollars goes to schools, but our roads could definitely use some work. So our family jokes a lot of times when we go from North Carolina into South Carolina, we're like, oh, we know we're back in South Carolina. So, but we're at the corner now of Garvin and Ash. You've got these cows here on the right. Then I am going to speed up a little bit. I'm trying to go slow as to not make you guys like nauseated if you're watching this. And there goes my gas light. Cool. If my assistant Ashley listens to this, she will not be surprised that my gas light is coming on. That has become a running joke between us. So I'm always needing gas. Okay, you may have to be closing your eyes at this point. It is a little bumpy. But just trying to get down here, I want to highlight when Garvin turns into gravel, there's actually like a home that sold down here in the last couple of months for like 1.3 million, even though it's on a gravel road. Just absolutely stunning. Okay, so we're coming up on the gravel now. Again, I know I've said it a couple of times, but York has a lot of development to come. You can see all these trees. Something my husband and I were actually recently talking about with him being a private pilot. We've gotten to fly over Charlotte and fly over some of the different suburbs, and you can really see the difference between, you know, when you're over a major metro area like Charlotte, there's not a lot of trees left, not a lot of land left for development. And then you come out here and it's like, wow, there's still a lot of growth to happen. And currently, you know, November 2025, they're saying 157 people per day are moving to the greater Charlotte area. And I always joke, I mean, it's not really a joke, but I always say, you know, God's not making more land. And with that many people continuing to move here, we have no options other than for people to come out here to us, you know, in York County, for example. All right, but if you want to hand me the phone, I'm going to show this. So this home did go under contract, like I said, this last year. I believe it was listed around 1.3 million. Probably roughly like 20 acres or so. They've got their pond. A friend of ours actually built that home as his primary home and then ended up selling it. And then I'm going to give Hudson a break for a little bit. His arm's getting tired. But gosh, I just love coming and riding down Garvin, whether it's on our golf cart or we're in our car. My son and I will come and walk down Garvin. It's just so pretty and peaceful out here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's actually a reason I'm continuing to film. When we get down here, it'll all make sense. But as we continue down this gravel road, there up here on our left is going to become a venue. I believe it's mostly used for weddings, but it's an event center that can be rented out. And then a lot more of your custom homes, again, ranging in that 700, 800, 900, even over probably $1 million for some of these properties back here. You know, sometimes I have clients relocating that don't like the idea of paying this kind of money and living on a gravel road. But I do feel like to be out in the country, you know, I would set expectations that this is fairly normal. Oh, we got some traffic coming up here. Okay, we'll pick back up when we get to this event center because it is a little bit of a haul. Okay, so we drove for a few more minutes and then now we are to the event center that I was referencing. That is here on the left. It's just so pretty out here. But, okay, they are out. I was wondering, we actually, across the street, have some longhorn cows. Can you zoom in on that a little bit, bud? Maybe I don't stop at the tree, huh? I'll try there. We're doing our best, guys. We're doing our best. But you've got these longhorn cows that are out here, which is super cool. And you can zoom back out and show like the house over there behind it. So again, you know, properties out here, you're definitely going to be into that $1 million range. Okay, so we won't make you hang out for just driving down a dirt road. I think this gives you a good idea. After we get past these like next 3 or 4 homes on the right, we'll go ahead and stop. We're going to finish driving down Garvin and it'll dump out onto McConnell's highway. All right, so go ahead and if you'll show them, I forgot these houses are up on a hill, so we may not actually be able to see them as well as I was hoping, but get it off of it and then show over there like these homes.
Yeah, let's see.
It's okay, it'll come back down. All right, we'll be back when we're at the end of Garvin and cut on through McConnell's. Okay, so we are at the end of Garvin. This is McConnell's highway. So you can turn right here and go out towards Sharon, or left and go a little bit deeper into McConnell. So that is what we are going to do. Had a little bit of recording issues, but we are back at it on McConnell's highway. So the further you get from Charlotte, the prices, of course, are going to come down. So, you know, being out here in York County is definitely going to give you options of a little bit more affordability, space from your neighbors, while also good size homes. It's nice that we're back on gravel now, or not gravel, pavement now, isn't it? Okay, right here to the right is actually a little park by the town of McConnells, and my kids and I will come here. They have like a walking trail, so we'll come here and walk, which we really enjoy. We just passed it, but on the left was one of the like the dump, where if you need to haul off your garbage, you can, although there are options in York to have people come to your home and pick up your garbage. On the left, you've got Dollar General. I don't know where you're coming from, but down here they are quite popular. Okay, so we're going to turn to the left, head back towards York. If we were to go to the right, that's going to take us more out towards like Richburg. Brattonsville is even like an old historic town back that way, but we're just going to keep coming here. That BP, totally random knowledge, but they actually have some really good hot dogs. Coffee and food, Hudson, is what I talk about a lot on my channel, you know, this channel. It's like, you think you're here for real estate. Actually, look at that over to the left, show that house. It's pretty. They just recently added on that addition. Sweet Caroline's here to the left is a really good barbecue restaurant. We've got the flea market, McConnell Flea Market here on the left, Saturdays and Sundays. Oh, they're actually on Fridays as well. You've got a dairy on the right. And then look here to the left. We've got some traffic, but I'm not sure what's happening here. It's one permit box, but a lot of development, it seems like, is about to be happening. So I will keep an eye on that. If everybody wants to comment below and thank Hudson for his service today, recording or helping with the camera. You're doing a great job, bud. You can say thank you out loud. You don't have to.
Say thank you.
Yeah, you can say thank you.
Okay.
It's my 15-year-old, size of a grown man. He's 6'3". It's driving me crazy, breaking my mama heart. But yeah, we've just got, again, a bunch of trees out here, just pretty. I can't remember if I said it when we turned back there, but we are back on 321, just to kind of give you an idea. I think I pointed the wrong way. Brattonsville, the historic portion, is actually here to the right. It's a really cool town. You can take field trips there, or I guess you don't have to do it as a field trip, but it's set up like a reenactment. I'm going to add that to our to-do list for our homeschooling bed. Kind of angle it that way and just see like some farm area. So right here on the right is Dave's Road. When I am going to cut through to Rock Hill or to go to Fort Mill as well, that's actually the road that I take. But you can get to different parts of Rock Hill by going downtown, or not, excuse me, downtown York, but cutting over like by the Lowe's, the Walmart, those areas. That would take you into what's considered to be the Newport area of Rock Hill. It's where one of the Rock Hill DMVs are located. These are some of the smaller homes that are out here. And that's pretty much it. Here shortly, we're going to be back up on Garvin or Cedar Road, which is what looped us around to McConnell's. And I think that gives a really good idea of the rural area of York. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed something a little different today. Of course, if you want to check out the downtown videos of York, that is on the channel. It would be the vlog style, but today Hudson and I were able to show you the rural areas of York. Of course, it includes so much more, but I feel like by seeing the main roads, it really gives you a feel of the town and how things are mixed in together. If you have any interest in moving to York, South Carolina, or anywhere in the greater Charlotte region, please feel free to reach out, comment below, and of course, say thank you to Hudson.